When I saw the thing coming towards me, I froze. I wanted to run.
She screamed.
To anybody even thinking about venturing out to the beach right now, I'd say do not go there.
Meanwhile, let me pass on the good word about the new
Wonky Times.
Richard Fuller.
Wonky Times.
They'll say it's incredible.
Wonky Times.
Well, Wonky Times.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Wonky Times Podcast. What's that? Just kidding. I'm here with Robobrian, that super funny, kind of stiff co-host of mine.
Welcome to our latest episode, Friendly Earthlings.
We've got a very special creature feature for you this week. Yeah, it's going to be a weird one.
All of these episodes are weird, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, but this time we've got a wonderful interview with the filmmakers of the documentary Fact or Fiction, the Norfolk Sea Creature. So hang on to your pistons there, Brian. This episode might just creep you the heck out.
Bring it on.
Okay, well, first I want to show you this, Brian. There's an intelligent hybrid super pig that's invading the United States right now. I'm not even kidding. Look at the size of these things. For whoever's listening, head over to wonkytimes.com to check them out. These massive hogs were bred by Canadian farmers by combining domestic pigs and wild boars. How romantic.
There is one pig that looks like the size of a 1994 Honda Civic. I'm over at wonkytimes.com right now looking at it. Did you know March 1st was National Pig Day? I hope they celebrated nicely.
Yeah, perhaps they went hog wild. Ooh, we got a couple of filmmakers joining us today, Brian.
Oh, this ought to be fun.
They're here to talk about what's lurking in the waters in Great Yarmouth, which is Norfolk, England. And they created the film Fact or Fiction, the Norfolk Sea Creature. Hey guys, why don't you introduce yourselves?
Hello, I'm Jordon Thomas Sendall, and I'm the director for Fact or Fiction, the Norfolk Sea Creature.
And hello, I am Kyle Ball. I am the producer and art director of Fact or Fiction, the Norfolk Sea Creature.
It's a pleasure meeting you too.
So what inspired you guys to document this creature in the style of, like a mockumentary? It's pretty funny and hilarious at times.
Mockumentary? What's all this about a mockumentary? I mean, we've never called it a mockumentary, have we?
No, actually.
But we always seem to get lumped into the mockumentary category.
Yeah, well, in film festivals all the time, yeah. Fact or Fiction, mockumentary category.
Yeah. It's a documentary, not a mockumentary. All right, okay, so there might be some slight embellishment of the truth here and there.
A little bit, yeah.
But, some of the interviews are definitely... all of the interviews are genuine. There's just a little bit of bending of the truth here and there, because I think a lot of people like to be on camera. They want a reason to be on camera, so they stretch their stories a little bit, don't they? They make them a bit more exciting. But
yeah, they do. Speaking of stretching stories, they do, don't they, Kyle?
What?
Stretching stories, but yeah.
Well, yeah, I just said that. Yeah, so yeah, like I said, people like to be on camera. They might exaggerate things a little bit, but the truth behind what they're saying is still there. We liked that though, didn't we? Making the film,
we did,
because it kind of felt relevant at the time. Making the film, the pandemic. I feel like everyone goes on about the pandemic.
I know, yeah.
I'm sick of hearing about it. I know, but just to bring it up for a second, during the time of making the film, it was full on lockdown for us, 2020, and we loved the idea of because at the time there was all this fuss, all this hoo-ha about fake news. Everybody was talking about fake news, warnings about fake news. So we thought, what a great timing.
Absolutely, and not only that, like as I say, Great Yarmouth is such a amazing location just to put on camera, and it just looks great looking at it in a cinematic way. And so it's just great to have these interesting characters, this interesting story, these interesting real stories, real people's stories, with the backdrop that we had of Great Yarmouth. It's just brilliant. So that's really the conception of Fact or Fiction.
Yeah, it's a beautiful location, isn't it? We love it. We've always loved it.
Yeah.
And it's nice to put this new spin on it.
Absolutely. And also, not only that, it's a story that has to be told. I mean, a sea creature in Norfolk.
Yeah, exactly. You've got this kind of cult. It's got a real cult following, hasn't it? The more you scratch away the surface, you find out these people that know about it have heard of it. But you speak to most people on the street and they don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So, do you guys actually believe there's something out there in the waters, creeping people out? I know Brian here, he believes in the Loch Ness Monster. He says he's even met the Loch Ness Monster. But what do you guys believe is out there?
Well, yeah, I don't so much believe it. I know it. I've seen it. I'm in the film.
Oh, you did,
talking about my sighting.
Yeah, I mean, you say that, but I mean...
What?
Well, I mean, did you actually see anything?
Yes! Why would I lie about that on camera?
Well, just, you saw how... I mean, I'm not obviously casting aspersions or anything, but, you're kind of seeing how well the filmers going for this film, and fact or fiction, and you're seeing how well everyone's receiving the film and things.
What, before it was made?
Well, no, your interview was quite late into the filming process, if I remember correctly.
Well...
And all I'm saying is, I mean, I'm not, all I'm saying is the term clout chaser comes to mind.
Oh, of course, yeah.
No,
I can see why you'd think that, but I wouldn't lie about that.
I mean, all I'm saying, mate.
It's just because you haven't seen it.
Well, yeah, all I'm saying,
you're
mate.
You're jealous, aren't you?
Is I was out there every day shooting B-roll, shooting
okay.
Nice exterior location shots, doing interviews on the beach. Right. I didn't even see a sausage.
Yeah, but I wasn't out looking for it, was I? I was just there, and it happened to be there eyeing me up. I saw it. It was actually very scary, very traumatising, and yeah.
Has a thing for you.
I could have died.
You could have died.
And you're making a mockery of it.
You're making a mockery of it.
What do you mean?
You're making you make a mockery of our entire film.
Alright, so you don't like my part of the film?
No, it is good, but I just don't know if I truly believe that you saw anything.
So I'm the only person in the film that you don't believe saw the creature?
Yes.
Just me, not any of the others. I don't even want to mention any names. Okay, alright.
Yeah.
Actually, we have a clip of your interview in the film, so let's take a listen.
And it was like this black silhouette just emerging from the water, just like a head. And at first I assumed it was a seal. There are lots of seals around the Norfolk coast. But it just seemed to sit there on top of the water. And it just slowly emerged, and there were these two great eyes staring at me, staring into my soul. I fled. I immediately fled. I didn't even take... I had to buy a new easel and everything. I didn't even take my stuff with me. I fled the scene. And I haven't gone back since. Can you blame me?
I mean, yeah, I think that scene was great. I believed you. And now Brian, he actually has a question for you guys because, like I said earlier, he's a big believer in the Loch Ness Monster.
Are there any other creatures you believe is out there? Aliens? Bigfoot?
Well, aliens are a given, aren't they? I mean, the fact that we exist alone is enough to prove that there must be other intelligent life or life out there.
Well, the universe is massive.
The universe is so
huge,
bloody big. You can't even imagine how big it is, and there are probably so many alien worlds out there that there is an alternate version of me and you right now, sat on a sofa, recording a podcast about a sea creature in their town, and the only difference is maybe their skin's blue and they've got 3 eyes.
And there's like 2 suns like Star Wars.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, okay. What about Bigfoot, though?
We saw that documentary, didn't we? 14 Film Festival.
Oh, God, was that
because
3 hours?
we submitted our film to the 14 and we went along to watch it. Yeah, it's like a 3-hour documentary about Bigfoot, and we didn't see anything. No evidence, no footage, nothing.
No, just
and he's been around. He's been knocking about for years.
Oh,
even when I was a kid, I heard about Bigfoot, and they still haven't found him.
The first time I ever heard about Bigfoot was Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Oh, really?
That's when I first discovered the mystery of Bigfoot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, was there a Bigfoot?
Did you see him on that?
Absolutely not.
See? You can't even find him in a game. What about the Suffolk Sasquatch, though?
That is something that I'm hoping that we will be investigating in the future.
So we're from Norfolk, and you've got Suffolk just below us, south of the border. We don't really like to go there.
Oh yeah,
it's a bit weird, isn't it?
There's a rivalry between the two.
Yeah, weird place. Pretty wonky place actually, but not for the right reasons.
No.
However, there is supposedly a Suffolk Sasquatch, so we'd love to investigate. We'd even go into Suffolk to investigate that. It'd be worth it.
Yeah, so that'll be a future fact or fiction coming up at some point.
Absolutely.
So stay tuned for that.
Yeah. Nice. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, so what about scary stuff?
The paranormal,
Yeah.
ghosts, and that.
I don't know.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't like to believe that the ghosts are real because, I mean, you know, if they are, then they're going to be watching you on the toilet.
Yeah, exactly. That's just
Don't really.
yeah. Perverts.
Don't really want to. Not only that, if the amount of people that are like, well, the amount of things the amount of things that are in the world, where's all the little ghost spiders running around?
I know.
And all the ghosts.
Not only that, the amount of people you wouldn't be able to move for ghosts.
No, well, you'd be picking them up left, right, and centre.
Yeah.
The little ghost mayflies that live for a day.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, where are they knocking about?
that's true.
And didn't even get me started on big cats in the UK.
Big cats. Yeah, what, you don't believe in big cats? You don't believe in big cats, or you don't believe they're in the UK?
I don't believe in big cats
Alright,
altogether.
well, the cats are small, yeah. Alright.
Okay, so what are some of the wonkiest things or people you've encountered in Great Yarmouth? Because there were some pretty fun characters in that movie.
Well, people, definitely. Great Yarmouth is full of wonky people. You can't move for wonky people in Great Yarmouth. Carl Trosclair comes to mind. So he's got a very brief appearance in our Fact or Fiction film, but we did go on to make a spin-off about him because we didn't discover him until kind of later on in the process, and we thought this is gold. This is enough to make its own film. He's just such a wonky character. He basically he claims to have seen the creature,
Just like you.
yeah, like me, and he wears a big old sandwich board. It says, what does it say on it? Something along the lines of,
Beware.
I've seen it, it exists, beware, doom and gloom. He's a doomsayer. And he hands out leaflets as well. He's got these leaflets he made. Is his mission to warn the people of Great Yarmouth about this creature. He's mad. He's stark raving mad, to be honest.
But the worst thing is about him is the fact that all the businesses around the town and the seafront, where he parades up and down the seafront at the promenade, they all hate him.
Yeah.
They all say he's bad for business. He's scaring away the tourists.
He stinks.
Well, supposedly.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's supposedly bad for business. And as I say, so it's quite a spectacle at the moment in Great Yarmouth because you have a lot of talk about the Norfolk Sea Creature, and he's kind of adding the fuel to that fire.
Absolutely.
You know, his presence being out on the seafront. You know, you see him walking around, and tourists who are totally new to the area, they see this, and you know, you have. I when we were filming with him, I did see this family, just like, you know, this little girl just ran to her mum and said, I want to go home, mum.
Yeah.
You know, that was that scary.
Well, that's not good for a seaside town. You know, we rely on tourism, don't we? So he's sending kids running home crying. It's not good for business, is it?
But would you also, in that respect, also say that we're contributing to that by making a film and making a spectacle? And putting this all in a medium that people can actually
Yes,
view.
but by doing so, we may save lives.
And I think the only other thing I can think of really that's wonky is the roller coaster at the Pleasure Beach.
No, that's a bit wonky.
That is pretty wonky. That's been
I feel
up
like you're going
since
to fall off.
been up since the 50s, I think,
Yeah.
maybe something along that. It's a wooden roller coaster. It's I think it's actually quite. If anyone wants to look this up, but I think it's actually quite old, and I wouldn't say decrepit, but it's very old and like antique.
Probably listed, isn't it?
In a good way, yeah. It's like
it looks great.
I read somewhere that it was like the last of its kind or something at one
Yeah,
point.
it's supposedly haunted as well.
Supposedly haunted, absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
everything's supposedly haunted. We've got some haunted snails. What the snails, for people who don't know what the
Snails
snails
are like a little mini kids roller coaster where you ride on some snails, and there's supposedly a haunted snail.
And the only other thing for that is there's a haunted sweet shop in the town as well. Well,
Yeah.
supposedly haunted sweet shop.
Uh-huh.
The bloke, obviously, who owns the sweet shop, he's furious because every day he's got ghost hunters knocking on his windows. He's obviously thinking people are coming in to buy sweets. You know,
They just want to see some haunted cola bottles.
yeah, some bonbons and stuff. They
Yeah.
want to get all that on the go. So yeah,
Well, how did they get this reputation in the first place?
it's all marketing, isn't it?
Yeah.
With a t-shirt.
I bought sweets from the haunted.
Yeah.
So, what other upcoming projects do you guys have in the works? Anything weird going on?
The weirder, the better.
Well, the first thing that we have, and the first and only thing that we're really focused on at the moment, is The Creature from Scroby Sands.
Yes.
That's our B-movie feature film, horror feature film.
B-movie?
Well, people have been saying it's a B-movie.
Okay. Yeah, it's not a B-movie.
I know, but it's so ingrained in my head now that everyone keeps calling it a B-movie.
No.
I'm kind of like...
No, it's a classic black and white horror movie is what it is, and it is inspired by our documentary Fact or Fiction, The Norfolk Sea Creature. We made this documentary about the Norfolk Sea Creature, and we were so inspired by true events that we thought we'd make a fictional narrative. We'd make a horror movie about the same sea creature.
Anything else in the pipeline?
We did touch upon it briefly before, but we have got a spin-off to Fact or Fiction, which is actually on YouTube currently. It's called Fact or Fiction Presents. No, it's called Man versus Creature, a Fact or Fiction Story. Am I right?
It is that.
I
Yes.
think I thought of the name. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. But what we really want to do, and I really can't wait to do this and to even start planning this, but we'd like to take Fact or Fiction further and make an entire series of Fact or Fiction about different subjects, not just the Norfolk Sea Creature. Who knows, maybe we'll revisit it one day in a few years, but we want to go for other things. The Suffolk Sasquatch, aliens, ghosts. We could even do the Loch Ness Monster.
The haunted ruins of East Anglia.
Yeah, I think so. We could debunk the Loch Ness Monster, do an episode about it.
Oh, we could do Fact or Fiction debunking the Loch Ness Monster once and for all.
Yeah.
We are once and for all turned up. We are
Yeah.
debunking the Loch Ness Monster. There will be no more Loch Ness Monster documentaries after this Fact or Fiction.
Yeah, exactly.
Just seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Would you get in the water where the Loch Ness Monster is?
No.
Would you not?
Fuck that. I don't know what's in there. No, I wouldn't, would you?
No.
I'd be scared.
Absolutely not.
You know you can believe what you want.
Sure.
As far as I'm concerned, the Loch Ness Monster has been an incredible pen pal to me over the last few years.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's what you tell me, Brian. But hey, how can I be in one of your films? Is that possible?
That would be a blast.
Well,
Wow.
you've got the part.
Yeah, you're hired.
Yeah, I mean we're not fussy, are we? Beggars can't be choosers.
No.
We'll have anyone.
Absolutely. Obviously,
Yeah.
there's no pay.
Yeah, you're not going to get paid for it or anything, but we'd love to have you.
And distance isn't an issue either, because obviously if Fact or Fiction takes off and we're touring the globe, then we might be in a corner of the world where you are. So one day. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled, keep your ears open.
Well, would you look at that?
Yeah.
Matt, you're going to be a movie star.
Heck yeah, Brian. You better get in line for my autographs. I know we mentioned it earlier, but let's do it one more time. Let everyone know where they can watch the documentaries and all of your videos and creative ventures.
So if you're interested in watching Fact or Fiction, the Norfolk Sea Creature, learning all about the town of Great Yarmouth, Norfolk as a county, then you can find that on YouTube. If you type in Fact or Fiction UK, that will just come up on YouTube on the search, or type in The Creature from Scroby Sands if you're interested in our B-movie, our horror B-movie.
We've got a trailer out now as well. It's been up how long? About a month?
About a month now.
Yeah. And Fact or Fiction, it's available for free to watch on YouTube because we're crazy, we're generous.
We are crazy. What have we done that?
I don't know.
It's free for the whole world to watch.
Well, yeah. But the one to watch out for is The Creature from Scroby Sands. That will be our next project. So watch the trailer, watch the featurette, and get excited.
And that'll be releasing this year.
We have to finish it.
Anyway, enough of that. Thank you ever so much for having us and listening to us, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your day or your evening, wherever you are in the world.
Yeah, and we'll have all the links to your documentaries and YouTube page and website in the info section of this podcast. So head on down there and tap or click links or however you do it. And thanks again for being on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
All right, Brian, we've come to the end of our episode for this week. I know there's always something you want to do. What is it?